Next on News 25 today, new details emerge in connection with a deadly mall fire in Russia.
Plus, new fallout from the controversial Stormy Daniels interview on 60 Minutes.
And heading to the NBA, a local basketball superstar makes his decision next on News 25 today.
From WEEK, your home team. This is 25 News Today.
And good morning and welcome to 25 News Today.
Hey, Lee, Hall, how are you this morning?
Doing very well.
Good.
Doing very well. Ready to hit the golf course maybe this weekend?
Hey,
hey, here we go.
Hey, we finally have some weather to.
I'm a believer, I think, now.
Are you?
I was doubtful for a while.
For a while that we'd ever see any type of spring-like conditions. Well, we finally have that. So if you want to hit the golf courses today, this weekend, it's going to be picture perfect. We see those pretty blue skies out there right now, 51 degrees here in Peoria. And I'll have details on your forecast coming up in just a couple minutes. Lee, over to you.
All right, our top story, new surveillance video is emerging in connection with a deadly mall fire in Russia. 64 people died Sunday as fire consumed a packed shopping mall full of children and their parents on the first weekend of a school break. Russian authorities are opening a criminal investigation citing blatant violations. Those include a security guard who turned off the fire alarm and emergency exit doors were blocked. Investigators still don't know what caused the fire.
Back at home, unattended cooking is believed to have caused a fire that heavily damaged a church parsonage in Peoria. The fire broke out just after noon Monday at 1507 Westlake Avenue. That's near St. Paul Lutheran Church. Firefighters found out that the fire began in the kitchen before spreading to the attic. One person suffered minor smoke inhalation and was treated at the scene. A firefighter suffered a minor injury but did not have to be taken to the hospital.
Monday marked the 15th anniversary of the murder of a 7-year-old Streeter boy, a case that remains unsolved today. Dalton Masarczyk was last seen alive in the front yard of his Streeter home on March 26, 2003. He was found dead a day later with his body found in the Vermilion River in rural Livingston County. A 3-pound hammer believed to be the murder weapon was found shortly afterwards. A $50,000 reward is offered for anyone who can provide information about Masarczyk's murder, the hammer used, or the location where his body was found.
Developing out of Peoria, police are asking for your help this morning finding a 26-year-old man, Maurice Wells, described as 5'7" and weighs 60 pounds. He was last seen around 4:30 last Thursday afternoon in the 2400 block of West Howett in Peoria. If you know anything about his whereabouts, you're asked to contact police.
A former Normal U High basketball star is entering this year's NBA draft. Ohio State All-American Keita Bates-Diop announced Monday he will sign with an agent and leave the Buckeyes to enter this year's draft. The former U High standout was the Big Ten most valuable player this year. Bates-Diop projected by many as a first-round NBA pick. When News 25 today continues, new details emerge in the Facebook controversy, including one Illinois county's lawsuit.
Plus, find out what question you should be ready to answer in the upcoming census.
And breaking news now, we are receiving a report of the Shade-Loman Bridge being closed down. The eastbound side has been closed due to a 2-car accident. Details are just emerging. We do have a crew heading to the scene, and we will have more details for you as they develop on 25 News Today. The woman who was at the center of the landmark Brown versus Board of Education Supreme Court case in 1954 has died. Linda Brown died Sunday afternoon in Topeka, Kansas, with no cause of death being released. Brown was at the center of a case that ended segregation in public schools in America. Her father, Oliver Brown, tried to enroll his children in an all-white school in Topeka and was turned away. That ultimately prompted the NAACP to start the lawsuit challenging segregation in public schools. Linda Brown was 76 years old.
The pilot for a tourist helicopter blames a passenger's restraint harness for the New York City deadly crash earlier this month.
The helicopter crashed into New York City's East River on March 11th, killing 5 people. In a preliminary report issued Monday by the National Transportation Safety Board, the pilot said he believes a passenger's unfastened seatbelt got tangled with the emergency fuel cutoff switch, cutting off the aircraft's fuel. 5 passengers who were strapped in drowned when the helicopter rolled over into the river. Fallout continues from a 60 Minutes interview in which adult film star Stormy Daniels detailed an alleged past affair with Donald Trump.
In a lawsuit, she claims the president's attorney broke the law.
NBC's Tracy Potts reports.
Stormy Daniels' attorney is making 2 new arguments in court against President Trump's attorney, Michael Cohen. One, that Cohen defamed the adult film star by suggesting she lied about an affair they say they can prove. And 2, that he broke campaign finance laws by paying her $130,000 not to talk about it.
We're going to get to the bottom.
That was Tracy Potts reporting. The 2020 U.S. Census will include a question about citizenship status. The Commerce Department said in a statement Monday that the citizenship data would help the Justice Department enforce the Voting Rights Act, which protects minority voting rights. Opponents have said the question will discourage immigrants from responding to the census. A coalition of state attorneys general urged the Commerce Department last month not to add such a question, saying it could lower participation among immigrants and cause a population undercount.
And coming up next on 25 News Today, Nick has the latest on your weather tracker forecast.
Plus, we head to one local high school who has 5 valedictorians. And welcome back to 25 News Today. It's 10 minutes before the hour. In consumer news, the Federal Trade Commission says it will investigate Facebook's privacy practices. The investigation follows a week of privacy scandals connected to the social media company. The FTC says it will look into whether the company engaged in unfair acts that could cause substantial injury to consumers. Over the weekend, CEO Mark Zuckerberg apologized for a breach of trust. Facebook says it will cooperate with the federal investigation, telling NBC News, quote, "We remain strongly committed to protecting people's information." Cook County is suing Facebook and Cambridge Analytica for fraud after revelations that the latter obtained data on millions of Facebook users. The lawsuit filed in Cook County Circuit Court alleges Trump-affiliated political consulting firm Cambridge Analytica deceived the millions of Illinois Facebook users whose information it collected. It says Facebook failed to protect its users' privacy and misrepresented how their data would be used. Neither company has commented on the lawsuit.
Tractor Supply Company is relocating from its longtime location in Peoria to a new one across the river. A spokeswoman for the company confirms the store will move from 2115 Southwest Washington in Peoria to the 900 block of South Main Street in East Peoria. Construction has already begun, with the East Peoria location set to open on May 19th. A high school golfer playing in a weekend tournament learned the hard way, Lee, how protective geese can get of a nest. Look out.
This is not the kind of birdie you're looking for.
No.
Pictures of the ordeal have gone viral. The pictures show the student rolling on the fairway as a goose dive bombs him repeatedly, sending his clubs flying and leaving him prone on the grass. The images were posted on the golf team's social media page.
Well, at least they have a sense of humor about it. The golf course has erected a sign warning of the nest on the fairway and keeping an eye on the goose family, of course. The victim of the attack says he's recovered and can't help but laugh at his newfound fame. Yeah, but he didn't count on his 15 minutes of fame like that.
Always a good idea to just let the wildlife do their own thing out there on the golf course,
especially
if it's alligators.
Or a goose. Geese, man, those things are scary. Just
Nick
stay
is
away.
very wary.
I'm very wary.
I've had words with them before,
Yeah.
and they said something like,
Is that what they said? How did
and
they say that
I
again?
pretty much let it go. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
you get the idea.
All right. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us this morning.
Have a good day.